Connor, good morning. You are part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. Connor, you think this whole thing has been blown out of proportion, this coronavirus thing?
Extremely blown out of proportion.
All right, let's chat. What do you think?
I mean, everything that they're doing now by closing the stadiums and all of that is just going to make it all worse.
How's that?
Humans were meant to be together and interact with one another, and that's one of the key things that we can control that make our life better. Is the interaction with other human beings. It enables our social growth.
So there's a virus, though. There's an infection that there's no cure for whatsoever. So if you put people confined together, don't you think that is going to overtake the benefits of us interacting as social creatures?
Right. So by isolating, we damage our social health, and that makes us weaker and more susceptible to get the virus.
So you're saying
what I'm saying is, are you religious? You can say you have a relationship with a higher power, whether it be God or a different religion, or you believe aliens are out there. You have to believe in a higher power, right?
Sure.
So with that said, I'm a Christian. The Bible verse, I'm not like a super Christian, so I can't quote it directly, but there's a Bible verse about when the poisonous snake bites you, the venom is not going to kill you. There's nothing God will ever put in your life that you cannot handle. But all you can do is worry about the things you can handle, and that's your physical, emotional, and social growth. And by damaging the social, that's why they're about to get a lot worse. I guarantee it.
I see where you're coming from. I understand your point. I couldn't disagree with it more, but I understand that your faith is saying, like, look, if I'm around somebody that has coronavirus and they sneeze in my face, I hug them, I touch them, I hang out with them in close proximity. My life is in God's hands. If I am going to die, then I am going to die, and that is up to God.
Jesus will take the germ.
Right.
Okay.
I understand your point.
So I drive Uber and Lyft all day. I'm around all types of people all the time. This is not going to affect anything I do. I work with kids in sports. No practices are being canceled.
I respect your conviction in your faith. I feel like you're tempting. Mo's shaking his head. No. I don't think you're using good common sense judgment.
No, I think it comes down to one line. 50 Cent said, I know God is protecting me, but I still stay with my gat. In this case, my gat is my hand sanitizer. So I'm still going to,
right.
I believe God got me, but it's nothing wrong with still taking precautions on top of that.
Yes, you have to take precautions, and what happens is the few ruin it for the majority. The majority of us are clean, healthy people. We use hand sanitizer when we go to the bathroom. We wash our hands, but the few do not.
That is not the case. Yeah, that's not the case at all.
My issue is if you want to put your life in a higher power's hands, go for it. But the problem is you could become a carrier very quickly and easily, and you're going to start spreading it to people who don't put their lives in a higher power's hands. All those kids that you're working with, because you're exposing yourself to every Uber and Lyft ride, probably coming from the airport, traveling from who knows where, you're now putting all those people at risk. So now you're a tool of spreading a disease. And that's not fair to other people who don't want to put themselves in that situation.
I can understand how your industry is in a panic right now. I mean, if I'm an Uber driver, I really got to think I got to do something else. But if you have that faith that you have, that this is in God's hands and it doesn't matter who comes in and out of your car, then
God helps those who help themselves.
Listen,
Honestly, God has given us the tools and scientists and smart people who are saying stay at home, social distancing. You can still be social online. You can FaceTime. You don't have to go into isolation. You just have to not make physical contact. Use the tools God has put on earth, the WHO, scientists, the CDC, and listen to those people he has also put on earth who are trying to help save you.
Yeah, but you can still be religious and believe scientists.
Yeah.
It's possible.
So with all the closing, it's not all bad. When all these places close, they're going to clean it all. Okay, every day when everybody gets out of my car, I clean my car. Between rides, now that all this has become such a panic, I clean my car between rides. I drop somebody off at the airport. I got a Lysol thing. I spray it. I wipe it with the cloth. It's gone. I got more than one cloth.
The upholstery, the roof, the handles of the car that people might hang on to, the seatbelt buckles, every part of the seatbelt, which actually weakens straps.
You're scaring yourself and you're scaring everybody. The only thing you should ever fear is God. All you can do is worry about the things you control, and that's your physical, emotional, and social.
Yeah.
Your physical is maintain a healthy diet consistently and take your 10,000 steps a day. That's all it is. 30 minutes a day, 2.5 hours a week, best shape of your life. That's only a third of it. Your social. Reach out to your friends, peers, professors, coworkers, etc. People in your life on the regular, and encourage them to be better people and become their best self, as they should do to you in return.
Connor, I hear everything you're saying, and I'm going to do just the opposite.
No.
It's just not for me.
I'm gonna have a
Some people
big
look at it
party
as
this
their
weekend.
Work, personal and spiritual. Some people look at it as work life, personal life, and spiritual life. Everybody doesn't have all three. They're lacking somewhere in there. Maybe they have an old friend they've lost ties with and never. It's just stuff in the past that you have to make those amends. You have to let it all go and be straight. You can't let stress affect you like that, and that's causing these problems.
Hey, Connor, I'm trying not to cut you off, but I do got to go because we're about to go live. Hey, thank you for calling, man. Go live your life.
You have a great day.
You too. See ya.
If we want the Connor coronavirus plan, we can just sit around a campfire with all of our friends singing "Kumbaya, my lord," and we'll be fine.
If you got that kind of faith, I understand where he's coming from. I get it. I'm just not going to live by those rules.
Facts.
The Bert Show.